You guys, what's up? What up, man? It's your boy here, Double H, half to the hope, man, reacting to this Barcelona Real Madrid game, man. Look, man, it's that was a pretty good game. I think the biggest surprise for me in this game was how well Real Madrid played. I was surprised that Real Madrid were able to play that well. And let's just be real. So basically, there's so many things to draw upon. I'll just break things down in bullet points. Surprised by how Real Madrid played. Surprised by the organization because last time they came to the Camp Nou, they got their ass beat and they got completely and totally embarrassed. Barcelona might be a one-man team because the difference between no Messi and Barcelona having Messi is too vast, and I think that has to be an issue that Valverde has to address. That, my lord, without Messi, we are pretty much near to being useless. Like Real Madrid really had enough chances to completely and totally destroy Barcelona, but it's like there's just not the same kind of urgency that Barcelona have when Messi was on the pitch. But the thing about it, and this is what I said in my preview, it really doesn't matter what the score is. That's the thing. Like, the score really doesn't matter because both teams can beat both teams anyway. So even if it's 1-1, most guys will say, oh my gosh, Real Madrid, I believe the away goal rule is still around. Or Real Madrid have the advantage now because they've got the away goal. It doesn't matter because Barcelona, last time they were at the Bernabeu, they completely cleaned themselves out. So just looking at the game in particular, I think that with regards to where Barcelona are concerned, this is worrying. And I think I've said this before already, but I just think this is just driving the points even further. Coutinho is a flop. I mean, the dude is a flop, as in, I don't know how many plays you can cop this guy. I don't know how many excuses you can make for this guy. Yet again, this is another game in which it's time for you to shop. If you're allowing Malcolm in the middle to perform better than you, and Malcolm in the middle is the main guy, how much did they get Malcolm in the middle for? You're for 150 million. You were the big star coming in. So yes, it's another game where people have looked to you to try and ride and do something, and you've just not been able to ride through. So it's a very bad situation that Barcelona are in, where unless Messi is around, they can't function. Because remember, case in point, remember when Neymar was around, and I remember there was like a period of like maybe a month or 2 months where Messi was injured, and Neymar actually did his thing. They actually went on a nice, good run where they were actually winning games and they were actually playing well when Neymar was the main guy. So Coutinho isn't that guy. But with regards to Real Madrid, where they're concerned, man, see, this thing with Vinicius Jr. that people have to understand about Vinicius Jr. He's young. He's still very young and still very raw. I like players who make mistakes. Let me explain further. I like and appreciate players that make mistakes, because if you're making mistakes in order to try things and trying to help me win games because you're trying to create situations for me, I like that. Now, when mistakes are bad is where you're just making mistakes and you're going nowhere. Coutinho, where you're losing the ball, you're getting the ball to fit back to goal, you're not really affecting the game in any way, you're not really advancing in any way. That's bad. That is bad. But I think where it's good and it's what I like is for Coutinho, for Vinicius Jr., he may be losing the ball here and there, but he's trying to dribble, he's trying to get past guys, and he's trying things. And there are times in which it may not come off, but the fact that he's trying to move his team forward, that's what I like. I like with that. So, but Real Madrid have to say themselves that during that first half, especially, they had enough points to, they had enough chances to win the game. I mean, that, like, we saw old Rich, because I thought Drych was finished. Let's be real. I thought Drych was completely finished. See, the performance that Drych put down there, that's where you say, all right, that's the best central midfielder in the world. Because I didn't think that he had that in his locker yet. So maybe it's a case of he's not really understanding what Solari is bringing, and Solari is really getting the best out of him. But what I just saw Drich do there, I'm like, yeah, that's the Ballon d'Or win. That's the Ballon d'Or winner. Like how he was getting the ball, passing the ball, spraying the ball, and everything. It was flipping insane. But then we now look at his opposite number. Guys, man, we're going to have a discussion about Arthur. We need to have a discussion about Arthur. Because I have him at tier 3 now. He wants to be let into tier 2. Arthur, again, it's too early for him to touch Javi. He can't touch Javi. I don't think he'll ever touch Javi because again, Javi for me, one of the Javi is probably one of the best midfielders of his generation. Because for me, Javi and Pirlo are like this, one of the best of the generation. But because again, I've been watching Arthur. Thank you, 11 Sports. I've been watching Arthur closely for like months now, and every time I sound like, no, this guy's getting better, and he's not making that many mistakes. Like the degree to which he is able to keep hold of the ball, able to spray balls through, able to walk the ball, carry the ball, his balance on the ball, his ball control. I mean, this dude is money. This dude is money. So I think Barcelona have really found a quality together because he had an amazing game. I think first half they strolled when Real Madrid really controlled, but second half the guy was flipping money and the guy was just doing his thing. So I mean, Bale. The thing with Bale is that for Bale, this is your big chance. This is your big chance. This is your big opportunity. Like, there is no Cristiano. It's all on you. And, you're obviously coming back from injury, so I think that's why Vinicius started. But for Bale, if you don't step up to the plate and be that dude, bro, you have no excuse to be made. You could sort of complete because see, the Bale thing is complicated, guys. It's complicated because Bale ain't no Coutinho. Coutinho has literally done nothing since he's arrived at Barcelona. Bale, what would he do in that first season? Champions League final. And let us be real. Because I was reading something like a news article about how Bale hasn't talked to Zidane since they've left. Since they won the Champions League. Are we going to forget that Bale scored twice in the Champions League final and one of those goals was an overhead scissors kick? I mean, are we just going to forget that? Dude scored 2 Gs in a Champions League final, one of which was one of the best goals we've ever seen in a Champions League final game. So I just think for Bale, man, if Bale can be that dude, I mean, Real Madrid can definitely do something. But because there was enough in that. See, the Bale of old, you take that chance. The Bale of old, you get it on your left foot, you rifle that ball in. It's as simple as that. So, but I think look, the Messi situation it's tough because I get where Valverde is coming from. Valverde has to fight on 3 fronts. And unless Messi's taking HGH or he's sniffing glue or he's doping or juicing, homie, you can't play every game. Okay? You can't. What, Messi, do you want to play every single game? And this guy is really working hard in every single game. So, you're only human. You have to rest. Because I think because when they were showing the match, you could just they kept on panning over to Messi on the bench, and you could just see in his eyes that no, Messi really wants to win this treble. I'm like, bro, you've already got 2 trebles already. He really wants a treble of trebles because winning a treble ain't easy. Like that first treble that Barcelona won, for me, I think it's fraudulent because they shouldn't have beaten Chelsea. So that's actually a fake treble. The second treble you won, my gosh, you had the luxury of a peak Cannibal and a peak well, not really a peak Neymar, but you had a peak Cannibal and you had a flipping Neymar in your team. So again, that is the most dangerous, fearsome, most cheat code front 3 that we've ever seen in flipping for football. So it's a tough one, but for sure. Again, if I was doing this naturally, like that's dude of the game, easily Semedo. Semedo easy. He was amazing because he was very good defensively. But what I've always said that Semedo has lacked is that he's very solid, but doesn't really have any real feats or skills. Bro, the skills he had, drag backs, control, hooking back, getting through guys, slalom runs. I mean, my gosh, I mean, basically, if the guy develops that part of his game, we have to put him in the conversation as one of the top right backs out there. We have to. Because defensively, he's clean. Defensively, he's clean. But now he's not showing that more, yo, bro, I've got an offensive tip on me. I'm like, yo, okay. That's real. So guys, who do you think has the advantage here? What he says, I'm gonna order myself some chow. Who do you think has the advantage here? I'm gonna order myself some chow, some late night chow, because I'm gonna get up early in the morning and Eastern tandoori. Look, Coutinho didn't do anything in this game. He did very little in this game, man. But yeah, look, man. I think I'm looking forward to the second leg. You see, that result there, 1-1. I think that Real Madrid missed us because Real Madrid could have taken out Barcelona and really gone into the second leg with an advantage. I think that's what they could have really done. So I think they really missed something out there. Because it's still like 1-1 going into the Bernabeu is not that great result. But let's just be real. Yeah, Barcelona embarrassed Real Madrid at the Bernabeu last time that they played in the league. This is remember this is Barcelona side that's won't have Iniesta, who was key in that shakedown, and this is also a Real Madrid side who they are better. I feel that Real Madrid side were much more stronger, more focused because obviously they had Cristiano and Zidane. But I think this team is functioning better as a team with regards to the league, because the thing about that Real Madrid team was that they were really on that they were really about the Champions League. They just got their mind switching for the Champions League, hence why they did so crap in the league. I think this is a better league team, hence why this Real Madrid team are not sniffing a Champions League. I'm still riding with Ajax anyway, but it'll be interesting, man. It will definitely be interesting to see how they're able to flow. So, guys, so tell me, who do you think has the advantage while I try and order myself some chow? You guys don't do any rice? Are you crazy? Oh, you pieces of crap. How are you in the takeaway and you don't have any rice on your flipping menu, man? Are you mad? Get out of here, bro. Oh, you bastard. You know what? I'm starving. Let's just ride, man. Screw it. Let's just ride, man. Yeah, go. No, you bastards. Listen, man, guys are sick, man. Guys are sick. Oh, will the Oos be around next week? That's what I want to know. Is the Oos going to be around next week? Remember, guys, if you want your question read out, you want a shout out on your question read out, hit the super chat. Hit the super chat if you want your question read out, and yeah, and I will go forward to mention it, man. Yo, thank you, CFC Anuj, man. He says, HH, order McDonald's and Chelsea will smack City. I have not eaten a McDonald's burger for about 4, 5, 6 years. I don't eat takeaway. So I've not had a takeaway for about 5, 6, 7 years. Like literally, I've taken takeaway. I've taken away that kind of food from my diet. And Chelsea will smack City. It depends what that shows up. City are definitely focused. Obviously, I believe that as of right now, they're nationally now top of the league. So I think for Chelsea, I don't think they'll smack them. But I think if Zad is on it and if Zad is riding, I think Zad can get that as depends. It depends if Zad wants to get that. If Zad and Kante ride, I think they can get that as. But it'll be tough. It's going to be very, very tough indeed, man. Or second leg in 3 weeks. No. As I said, like when I say takeaway, sorry, fast food. I don't. So basically, the major fast food chains. I've not eaten from the major fast food chains for about 5, 6, 7 years. So whether it's Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, KFC, nope. I've not eaten from those guys for ages, man. But just back to this whole Barca Real Madrid thing. No, Real Madrid look alright. Real Madrid look alright. Dare I say Benzema is looking okay? And for guys wanting Benzema to leave the academy, once you've been so egregious to the game of football for so long, it's going to take a lot more than a few games of playing well and a few goals and a short run of form to leave the academy. Like Benzema has to pretty much win the Champions League to actually leave the academy. Like if he wins the Champions League, then he'll be taken us immediately. So he needs to give me at least a quality season, or let's half a season of being amazing before he leaves the academy. Like because for him to fully leave, no. He needs to do a lot more to do that. But CFC Andrews, man. Thank you, bro, man. 6 years. Wow, I'm shocked. Congrats. Yeah. CFC Andrews, no, look, that's the thing, man. I am truly happy about that. That I've not been able to I've not had a takeaway for that long, man. And look, and it makes people healthy. So that's why I actually implore people to not roll with the whole takeaway thing. But yeah, like just looking at that performance of Barcelona, is that a team who I believe can win the treble? It goes without saying that without Messi, that's impossible. With Messi and the Oos, and with Umtiti back, because I do feel that defense with Piqué and Longley is suspect. I think it's suspect. Again, for Real Madrid, if they made better decisions in this game, they'd have gotten more goals. And I think if Real Madrid look back at that tape and Solari reviews that game again, he'll say, bro, man, if we made better footballing decisions, and maybe you have to look at Vinicius as well, we would have created more opportunities, more chances, and perhaps we could have scored 2, 3, 4 more goals. Like Barcelona no longer have that kind of fearsome dominance at home that they used to have from before. So from F Babs 1, thank you for your super chat from F Babs 1. Suarez, Torres, Salah in order. Pools League done. Watching again. Remember, Hope Meets Banter comes out this Friday, and we actually discuss on Hope Meets Banter. I personally believe, and it is my personal belief, that it is done. I feel that okay. I think done is too extreme a term to use, but the mental powers with Man City. I feel that Man City now have the mental power right now. I'll give you one flop. 2 back-to-back flops, you're not serious. 2 back-to-back flops, you're not serious, As in, you can have stretched this to 7 points. And now, as of now that we're speaking, you're now on level points. So even if you beat Bournemouth, it's only going to be a 3-point swing. That ain't good, bro. That ain't good. That's not pretty. So for Liverpool, I just think that I'm seeing a mental weakness there. So I wouldn't say it's done, but it is close to being done. As in, if these guys don't get a win against Bournemouth, I think they should forfeit the league. I think they should forfeit the league and just hand over the title to Man City and don't waste anyone else's time. That's what I think should happen, personally. So yeah, man. So just coming back to this Barca Real Madrid thing right now. So for Real Madrid, I just think that they had really good chances there. So it even says to myself that should they have? Because I said to myself, should he have started beast mode? But I say it was probably a better lineup to start with because beast mode is coming back from injury, And Vinicius actually helped to contribute to the goal, because I think it was Vinicius who put the ball over the top to your boy Benz, and then Benz then put it across to Vasquez, who then scored. So I think that's what Real Madrid needed more of, just those better direct passes into space to really exploit Barcelona, who on that big pitch, not defensively very good, do not keep the ball as well as they normally should, really where could be added to be taken at. But I think with Barcelona, you can't. For me, the issue is Coutinho. That is the issue, because the Us is injured. Messi can't play every game because you need to watch his minutes. Cannibal does what he does as a striker, but for Coutinho, you were supposed to be that. Coutinho was that guy that, all right, if Messi needs to be rested, I can come in and be the guy. I can help to form because really the Us is supposed to be the guy on the bench. The Us is supposed to be the apprentice. It's really supposed to be a Coutinho, Messi, Cannibal front three. And the Us is supposed to be the apprentice, supposed to be coming up the bench. But the fact of the matter is, he's just not been tops. So because he's not been tops, Messi has had to be brought in. Because if Coutinho was Coutinho and was really doing his thing, and Barcelona are winning this game like 2-0, 3-0, Messi maybe comes in for the last 15 minutes, if that, and then it's all cool. But they had to bring Messi in because like, whoa. Because Valverde's like, no, we actually want to go into the Bernabeu with a win. We actually want a winning margin going into the Bernabeu. Hence why they were trying so hard to figure out the game. So I just think that is really an area that they need to really work on, is if the Us is injured, if Messi is injured, which other guy can come up and step up to the plate? Malcolm did real good. I don't think people want to mention that enough. Malcolm was the guy did I. Malcolm did I. So I think people need to really speak a lot. See, guys are just sick, man. So, some guys saying Benzema. I actually want to know. I want to know the thinking behind these Benzema apologists, because whenever I hear these Benzema apologists, the only thing they can bring up is like he's one of the highest goal scorers in Champions League history. So I think he's like top 5 in Champions League goal scoring lists. So because he's scored a few G's in the Champions League, he's no longer a brick. That excuses the kind of crapness that he's done with game to game. Come on, man. That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. I mean, like, Benzema is playing well right now. And I see when Benzema is doing this, boom, like even for that Bale chance, like that is what Benzema does really well. That's beyond him just being a really good striker that can get down G, he's also a very smart player. He's also a very smart player. But I've seen this guy for several games pretty much be a brick, miss chances, be completely foolish, and just be completely wasteful. So I can't just turn a blind eye to that, man. But yeah, man, look, man, going into I say Barcelona are still the favorites, even if it's 1-1. I'm looking at that game. I say Barcelona go into that game as straight into that game. So just very briefly, because I put out my football battles. Who here really believes that De Bruyne is better than Pogba at their best? At their best, who is better, Pogba or De Bruyne? I want to see what guys say. Remember, at their very best, who is better, Pogba or De Bruyne? I just want to know. At their best. Okay. It's pretty much half and half. It's pretty much half and half, man. So because I think when people say KDB, I think they're just looking at when Pogba is being a brick. I just say that them at their very best, because Pogba at his very best is arguably one of the best players. He's really one of the best players in the world. Who here honestly ever calls De Bruyne one of the best in the world when he's at his best? Let's be real. And that is the key thing that you guys are missing. When De Bruyne is at his best, does anybody consider him one of the best in the world? Come on. When he's at the best, does anybody actually consider him as one of the best in the world? When Labille is at his best, he's considered that now. This is one of the best dudes in the world. And not just me being as real as three crack addicts, man. And I fully stand by the way that I broke down the attributes there. I fully stand by it, you know. But look, man, I think, and I put this out on Twitter, like, if Messi wins a treble of trebles, a conversation is going to have to be had. You know, if this guy does a treble of trebles and leads this team to a treble, we're going to have a conversation, man. Hey, Pogba said he learns from. When the hell did Pogba say he learns from KDB? And look, I mean, even if I don't want to bring it up, man, one guy is a World Cup winner, though. You know, Labille is a flipping World Cup winner right now. So that's real, man. So look, man. Let me just reiterate to Liverpool fans out there: if you guys end up bottling and flopping this league title, man, you've got to absolve your badge. You know, like, you have to absolve your badge. You've got to hand in your badge, hand in something. Something has to happen. You know, based on being 7 points clear and then just completely coughing it up, 7 points clear in the new year. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Oh, no, look, Isco is out. I mean, Isco is done. I think Isco didn't even feature in this game. Do you know how wild that is? Vasquez was there. Vinicius was there. Vinicius was starting. Isco wasn't even in the game. Like, Isco is screwed because Isco should have moved this month. Sorry, he should have moved last month. Because he should have known, look, man, Solari ain't going to play. So the less that Isco plays, the more that his stock is going to drop. Because if guys are not seeing you play, guys are going to forget, okay, wait a minute, when last was this guy actually relevant? So if you've not moved, that means from now until May, you're hardly going to play any games unless Solari is forced to play you. And even if he's forced to play you, your mind is so not within the team. You're so spaced out that you're not even going to put your best foot forward. So it's a pretty much messed up situation there for Isco, man. Is Verratti fit for the first leg next week? You know, because I'm about to forfeit that game right now because I tell you I've got no time. So just know, is Verratti fit for that game next week? Because if it's not fit, I've got no time for that game. You know, just tell me, is Verratti fit for that game next week? Is Verratti fit for that game next week? Actually, why are guys so harsh on Bale? See, I think this whole Bale thing, you know, this whole Bale thing, I think guys are being far too harsh here on Bale. You see, the kind of criticism that Bale seems to be getting should be directed towards Coutinho right now. Because Coutinho has been a flop, 100% flop. You cannot even mention the word of flop with what Bale has done since he's been around for Real Madrid. You just can't. He's had too many great moments. You want a Copa del Rey moment. You want a flipping Champions League moment. You want a Champions League final moment. He's had too many great moments for you to call him a flop. And the thing about Bale is he's the kind of guy where I'll always have him in my team because he may miss a chance here, miss an opportunity here, be awkward here. A player that can score out of nothing is a gold mine because 99% of players really score when the team is playing well. That's the 99% of players only really play well. Sorry, 99% of players only score when the team is playing well. Benzema can score out of nothing. And a guy that can score out of nothing is a gold mine. So Real Madrid, let me say right now, do you want to just sell build now and rely on Benzema? Are you crazy? You know? Because Real Madrid are not winning 4 in a row. Let's just be clear. They're not winning 4 in a row. But for argument's sake, if they're even thinking of winning 4 in a row, they're going to need beast mode. Without beast mode, there is a minus 5% chance of them winning 4 in a row. With beast mode, they've got a 0% chance. So there you go. Hazard is ish. Chelsea are good though. So, okay. Why are people so bothered about Zad? I know, and you know, his top 3, arguably top 4. With Neymar injured, he's probably top 3 right now. It's just a fact. I mean, I don't make the rules. It's just, I told you, it's not my opinion. Okay, my opinion is different. The fact is, Zad at his best is top 3. Sorry, I know that people wouldn't really like that, but Zad at his best is top 3. Like, I don't use stats, I use ability wise. I mean, I cannot have a conversation with a guy who calls himself a football fan who now comes and tells me that what's it called? So basically you're a football fan and you're trying to tell me that Cristiano is a better footballer than Hazard. You're being stupid. You're being stupid. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know another way to say it. You're being stupid. Now, if you're saying he's a better goal scorer, 100% he is. A better footballer, more ability? No, that's just stupid. It's very, very stupid there, man. But yeah, man, look, man, it's I am very excited for this Champions League coming in there, and I think so. But I think so. Real Madrid play on the Wednesday. I think they play Ajax on the Wednesday, and I believe Barcelona play the week after. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Barcelona play the week after. So I think the Madrid game against Ajax is on the Wednesday. But look, man. I mean, that's the thing. Can Barca win the treble this season? As I said, La Liga is done. That I think they can seal the deal there. Copa del Rey. So now it's dicey. Based on just how well Real Madrid played, it's dicey. Bernabeu, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And I think because of 1-1, Messi will start that game. And I think probably you'll definitely see the ooze there as well. But because the reason why I don't really think they can is, I mean, the 2 squads they had before were just better. And the only way you win a treble is by having an amazing squad. Whether it was Inter Milan, Barca twice, Bayern Munich, Man United, you need a quality squad. It's not just good having a good first team. Do Barcelona have a great squad? That's the thing. Do they have a great squad? How good is their bench really? It's let's see what you boys are saying, man. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, look, Madrid derby definitely that's definitely huge. I'll definitely be doing the preview for that. And let me tell you right now, that may probably be a draw. Barcelona will probably most likely win. Actually, wait a minute. When is that game actually? Wait, is it? Is it really this thing? Right. Saturday. Oh no! It's at 3 p.m. on Saturday. And that because it's at 3 p.m. on Saturday, I'm not sure whether they'll be able to show it on TV. Pricks. Damn it. So Sunday, Barcelona away to Bilbao. Tricky. That is tricky, but I mean, away to Bilbao, that's going to be very tricky indeed. people really ask some really strange things. I mean, there's some very interesting people. Um, interesting. It's not. Yeah, look, guys. I said that I am going to take over that UFF studio very soon. I think Terry's a brick. Terry needs to get inducted, man. That guy's a brick. I love him, great guy, but he's a brick. Terry Flewes or whatever his name is. I think he's definitely a brick, man. Um, you know, the guy's just him. Um, his name is Flewes, not Flowers. Um, oh, thank you, man. Thank you, thanks for the love there, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I would like that legal link. Hit me with that legal thing. That legal thing, man. Yeah. Just yeah. Get your boy on Twitter there. No, no, not me yet. Yeah. So look, man. Yeah, this is what I wanted to say. Premier League, EPL merchants. You see, watching that game, again, I didn't watch it from the very beginning. I watched it from like I think halfway through the first half and all the second half. When you watch that game, apart from maybe when Man City are on their game, the technical quality, the technical on the ball quality there is at a much higher level than anything you see in the Premier League. So that is why whenever I speak to guys, even your boy Terry as well, because for someone like Terry, I don't think Terry watches any football outside of the Premier League, because he's very hardcore Premier League, EPL, Premier League, blah blah blah. And my issue is that you, if the only football you watch is in the Premier League, man, that's not good, man. I feel sorry for you. The Premier League is very entertaining, and sometimes there's some really entertaining matches. But Premier League is entertainment. I think for me, playing football and really being like a student of football and everything, when you're just looking at a Barcelona Real Madrid game, I'm like, that's just high quality for football. Like when you just look at the ball control, the footballing intelligence of guys, the pass and move, how they're working in tight spaces, the ability of guys, how they're passing, making difficult passes, difficult controls. That's just high level football. And I think a lot of Premier League guys need to view that and be like, bro, you don't get this in the Premier League. And for I just want to say, La Liga has just the best quality of football. Technically, from top to bottom, you can bring in Girona, Bilbao, flipping Leganes. Just everybody just has a very high footballing IQ, footballing ability, and it just isn't the same in the EPL, man. That's just me being fully real, man. Um, and the reason why the lower teams get pimp slapped is because they don't know how to really play a much more physical defensive game. They're just all out attack. But as far as playing football well, top to bottom, La Liga easily. There's a reason why, what's it called, last season, the Champions League winner was from Spain. The European League winner was from Spain. So, and there's a good chance it could happen again because I think Barcelona are favorites. So they could ride through. But Atletico are getting taken out though. I think Atletico now, they're not serious. I feel sorry for Morata, man. I'm not gonna just get on Morata's case too much because that's just crass. People say, oh my gosh, man, Morata has come, and ever since he's come, Atletico have lost their first game in the last few months. He's such bad luck, bro. Look, I said before, Morata can't be the main striker for anybody. They literally cannot be a main striker for anybody. Is that true? Yeah, he said last 5 seasons. So last season, oh my god. 2014 Real Madrid, 2015 Barcelona, 2016 Real Madrid, 2017 Real Madrid. The last time a non-La Liga team won the champ. I'm going to tweet that out. The last time a non-La Liga team won the Champions League was in 2013. Oh, that's, oh my gosh. I need to tweak that up. Yeah, I need to do that. Wait, the last time a non-La Liga team won the Champions League was in 2013. Okay. Man, that's wild. That is wild. 2013. That's wild. Um, yeah, no, no. I'm a look. I think I'm a touch type of. Because I'm what was it called? I used the computers a lot growing up when I was a young kid. So literally, I didn't have to learn how to type. I just I am a touch typer. Yeah, man. I do type rather quick, man. So it is that. But no, it is quite funny though. Like whenever I watch people who use like one hand to type when they just type like this, that is funny, man. That is quite funny. So no, as I said, look, man, I am slowly plotting my takeover of that whole thing because people know that fan park without your boy Double H, it's not really the same, man. It's not really there because I bring in singing, I bring in jokes, I bring in knowledge, I bring in analysis, I bring in thought process, I bring in sexiness, I bring in swag. I'm still the sexiest football analyst out there, man. So yeah, man. No, I bring all I bring all those things there, man. I bring all those things there. Um, but yeah, Terry. I mean, Terry is a brick, and I just think that he just needs to be less patriotic. Being patriotic is good, but being so hardcore, like if you're patriotic and Nigerian, that makes sense because it's common, it's agreement to agree. But if you're patriotic from anywhere else, it's a bit odd. But yeah, man, look, I missed the US. Okay, okay, I give up. I missed the US. I won the US back because I remember, guys, I told you, US is top three. I don't care what anyone says right now. US is top three. Minimum, I'll give you top four. Minimum top four. Ability wise, the US is top three. That's non-negotiable. That is non-negotiable. You know, that's a tough one. There. Also, by the way, guys, in case you don't know, pounded yam and a goosey soup is the greatest meal of all time. So that's in pounded yam and a goosey soup is the greatest meal of all time. If you have a Nigerian friend, you go to a Nigerian restaurant or something, I strongly recommend that you get Oban just won. So Oban probably going to win the DFB Pokal Cup. Strongly suggest that you get pounded yam and egusi soup. Let me see where my food is at. Because one, oh piss off. Because when my food, oh you what? Delivering at be just down the flipping road, man. How is it taking you this long to deliver the flipping food, man? Crazy, man. No, but no, I can't say this, man, because I remember, guys. I mean, so just to remind you guys, so obviously Monday, all the previews of the Champions League drop on Monday. A lot of previews because I've finally been able to find a way to watch the games on this. So on the TV, I'll have one game, and on the other one, I'll have this game because I'm watching both games at the same time. I can't do three, but I can do two. So I'm going to watch both games at the same time. And you know what? It's going to be real. It's going to be real, man. It's going to be real. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Um, it's gonna. And like, guys, I'm excited, man. I mean, how excited are you guys for the Champions League? That's what I want to know. How excited are you guys for the Champions League? That's what I want to know, man. I told you, man, I'm watching all the games. I'm watching all the games. Like that's not up for anything. I'm watching all the flipping games, man. Um, so as I said again, on my TV, I have one game. Another one, I'm gonna have this game. Watch them both at 10. And that's the beauty of the Champions League. Speaking of which, if they dare, this is a warning from your boy Double H, because I still hold sway. I'm still known out here in these streets. If they dare do away with the away goals rule, someone's going to pay. The away goals rule is arguably one of the greatest things to happen to football. It's one of the greatest additions to happen to football. That's away goals rule. It's amazing. Anybody that doesn't like the away goals rule, you are boring and you're frankly sad, because the away goals rule keeps you on your toes. Same thing as well. Do you know how good Golden Goal was? Do you know how amazing Golden Goal was? Golden Goal was how Nigeria won the '96 Olympics. Golden Goal is amazing because the bit about Golden Goal and away goals rule, big boy time. You are always at the risk of going out, because the away goals rule means that let's not just do this whole penalty things. No, 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 no. You're always at the risk of going out, because the away goals rule forces you to try out an attack. You know, it's because it always has guys on their flipping toes. Um, that's the thing, man. So actually, I think I probably said this before, but best free kick taker of all time. See what you guys say. The best free kick taker of all time. Best free kick taker of all time. Wow. Okay. I didn't expect that. Um, let's just say my how should I put it, man? Okay, I'll be back, guys. I'll be back. Guys, ciao. Ciao's arrived, baby. Bada bing, which means a few minutes. Ooh, they even give you yogurt, man. It's real. A few minutes, and then I'm out of there, man. Roberto Carlos. Messi. The deal, no. For me, guys, let's just be real. Juninho was insane. Roberto Carlos took the greatest free kick of all time, because look, Andrea's my guy. Look, Andrea's my guy. Just leave Andrea. Look, me and Andrea are like, that's sorry. Andrea's my guy. Andrea is my guy. Look, Javi can sit down. Andrea is my guy. Okay, so just provide leave, because I always say this, but I'll say it again. I think Juninho is the best free kick take of all time. If you look at his free kick take repertoire, incredible. Best free kick ever, Roberto Carlos in Le Tournoi against France. It made no sense. To this day, I will always be thankful that I had the privilege of seeing Pirlo play in person when Italy played against Nigeria. Um, just seeing Pirlo on the pitch and seeing him in the flesh and how he was able to change the game. Um, I just thought that was just incredible. Like that was just completely and utterly incredible, man. So I just feel privileged, just fully privileged to really have been a part of. No, no, just seeing Pirlo in person and seeing how he played. No, 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 no. That was a great thing. So, guys, well, the next live, I will probably do Friday. So next live will be Friday, looking ahead to all of the games for the weekend. So I will see you guys on Friday. Follow me on Twitter for when I'll do a so I'll do like a nice, really long one on Friday before as we preview the next games. Liverpool, if you flop again, man, I'm going to induct your entire batch, bro.